I think today we have reached a turning point in the elimination of Syrian chemical weapons arsenal. So the last remaining chemical weapons of 8% of the stockpiles have been removed. The Danish ship, in fact, our Futura, was loaded with the remaining chemical weapons, and it's on its way to the port of Giattaro in Italy, where these chemical substances will be transloaded onto the American ship with a view to destroying them in the coming weeks. So that's a major achievement. This was clearly an unprecedented mission. I mean, in the past 17 years of its existence, the OPCW has never been faced with such a situation. So basically, what has been tasked, it was to assist the removal, verify the removal of quite a considerable, significant amount of chemical weapons from a country in the middle of a civil war. This was very challenging, but I think thanks to the collective, in fact, determination by the international community, by our member states, and thanks to their contributions, over 30 countries, in fact, had contributed either financially or in kind by providing ships, equipment, and other, in-kind assistance. In spite of our preparedness, I said, for any possible scenario, in general, this was quite unexpected. Unexpected that a country in a civil war does join the convention because of international pressure. So, and it happened very quickly. Within 48 hours, two countries, the Russian Federation and the United States, in fact, have taken the initiative in September last year to forge, an agreement and a framework document on which basis the Executive Council here, as well as the Security Council in New York, took the decisions and tasked the OPCW, then a joint mission together with the OPCW and the UN was established, and the implementation started. So that's again something which has never been seen, and there is no such a precedent. Therefore, everything we worked out, in fact, was without precedent and without any textbook where we could look and implement. So we had to be flexible. We had to be flexible and innovative, creative. Some verification actually methods were, creatively found by our experts, remote verification models because of the civil war. Not all sites were accessible, and it should be done also within a very tight schedule. So that was also another challenge. And we had to act quickly. Again, if the international community, if those countries were not yet that determined and were not that generous in their contributions, I think this achievement could not be realized. Therefore, I think this is something which should be, in fact, recognized in the history of arms control and disarmament, and I think this could be also a model for similar initiatives in the future. In a humble way, I suggest that this, in fact, exercise, this mission, serves as a model. We will, of course, get into a lessons learned exercise. We will share our lessons drawn from this mission with other institutions, other organizations, as well as the member countries. I believe that this is something that we should really reflect upon in the future too, for as a best practice to be emulated elsewhere. Having said that, there are some issues to be handled and addressed in the coming weeks and months. For instance, we have the issues with regard to the declaration of Syria, which need to be clarified. And there is also the issue of the destruction of production facilities, which is not yet settled. The Executive Council will have to make a decision, and then the physical destruction will have to take place. Therefore, in order to handle all those issues, we are in fact encouraging all parties concerned, the Syrian government as well as the other state parties, to reach an agreement as soon as possible. But we have to recognize that the removal of 100% of Syrian chemical weapons stockpiles outside of its territory for destruction is a major achievement. I think the fact that we were able to meet 30th June deadline at least is extremely important. And I'm not surprised at all. I believe that after so much, we invested in this as the organization, so much that the United Nations has invested. Their support was invaluable throughout the mission in terms of logistics, security, and otherwise. And the fact that all countries, in fact, which are directly involved, invest in, I believe that this should be, in fact, the outcome, and I'm not surprised.